Hi y'all, how you doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. I wanted to come on here a minute and say hello. I wanted to introduce myself to you. My name is Mindy. I live in the great state of Florida. And I've been feeling a calling to talk to y'all. And someone needs to hear that you're not alone. You are, there's the ones of us out here that are going and dealing with a narcissist. And today, on my social media, the past week actually, it's like I'm being called to say that narcissistic abuse isn't acceptable. It's wrong. But it's one of the hardest things to get away from. And until one is ready to get away from them, you won't. In my case, my last one, it was betrayal that made me look at myself and sit back, sit with my shadows and my demons, take accountability for my mistakes, and forgive myself. But what I had to also do, I had to find self-love. I don't know if someone needs to hear how important self-love is. Yes, growing up, I was told, you're not supposed to love yourself. No, you have to love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself, you set yourself up for choices and you make the wrong choices. Our head says one thing, our heart says another, but that gut of ours, your gut never lies. Never lies. And I want to just let you know you're not alone. It's hard. I've walked many shoes. I've walked the shoes of a disabled person because I have a club foot. But God gave me the gift of compassion in return. I'm an empath. I feel people. My empathy is my superpower. It took me a while to realize that and accept that. But it's the truth. And once I started, I thought I loved Mindy. I thought, oh yeah, I love myself. Hell no. Bullshit, I did not. I didn't really love myself because if I loved myself, I wouldn't have let myself go through it. But my soul had to be betrayed to see her worth. I thought, no, I'm not going to get hurt. Not by somebody I've known since I was 10 years old. I was wrong. But it pushed me to find Mindy too. It pushed me into my self-love, to finding out who I truly, truly am. I see red flags now. I'm not a fighter. I don't like to argue. I walk away from shit. I know how to pick my own battles. But I feel like there's somebody out there that's struggling. Male or female, it happens to both of us. Doesn't matter. Straight, gay, it doesn't matter. All these relationships. The one thing you have to do is find yourself. Self-love is so important. And I don't know who needed to hear it. I don't know who needed to hear it. But you're not alone. And there's women and men out here who's struggling just like you are. They're here to raise and heal the world. You know, our world is being split into two different ways. You know, a lot of us are waking up. We're seeing things differently. We're seeing life differently. You know, Titan. See, that's confirmation with Titan barking. You know? But it's gonna get better. It can only get better. But I can sit here and tell you, you need to leave them. You need to leave this person alone. They're not good for you. But until you're ready to leave, you'll stay. Your soul has to be ready to leave. In my case, and please, no disrespect when I say this, but it was like God had to hit me upside the head and say, Mindy, follow the breadcrumbs. And I did. And that opened up my world. Then, in 2024, I seen evil for what it was. My rose-colored glasses broke. I used to wear rose-colored glasses. My friends would go, oh, look at you, looking through those rose-colored glasses. Well, guess what? In 2024, they broke. Because I see evil for what it is. Spiritual warfare is real. I don't care what anybody says. It is real. Titan, come here, please. Come here, Titan. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Here. Here, Titan wants to say hi. Say hi, Titan. But anyway, you're not alone. You're not alone. God is good. We all have a mission in this world. All of us have something that we're supposed to do in this world. Some of us are singers, some of us are artists, some of us are readers, some of us are psychics, some of us are poets. Whatever your gift is, you need to start sharing it with the world, because the world needs your gift. Somebody needs to hear you, feel your heart, your soul, your love. And I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I damn sure am someone's fireball. That's a good way to look at it. You're not going to please everybody. And everybody's not going to understand you, and not everybody's going to like you. And that's a gift. And I had to learn that, because I thought nobody would ever hurt Mindy. Yeah, I was wrong. I see that now. And on this healing journey, I'm learning to let go, let God, go with the flow of life, live each day one day at a time. And in doing so, I've changed spiritually, mentally, physically, dropping weight. And there's power in letting go. And remember, forgiveness is for you, not for them. It's for you. We're strong, we're powerful, we're mighty. And someone needs to hear you tell your story. We all have a story to tell. All of us do. Yes, some of our stories are more heinous than others. But you still have a story. And your story just might save somebody. You know, someone needs to hear you. And I've been called to talk to y'all. It's like I keep feeling this energetic shift in the air anyway. But I just want you to know you're not alone. This is a crazy world we live in. And I'm a Gen Xer, so I've seen in my 56 years, I've seen some crazy shit. And done some crazy shit. Been around crazy shit. But you know what the good thing is? You're never too old to heal. You're never too old to start over. It took me to 56 years to realize my worth. You know, you grow up hearing you're no good, you'll never amount to anything. But I am somebody. And so are you. I didn't mean to cry, I'm not sorry, but I just feel like someone needed to hear it. You're not alone. There's ones of us out here who've been through it too. And when your soul's ready, you'll know. Just make sure you have a plan of action and a safe spot to go and someone to be able to reach out to when you get to your safe destination if you leave. Be careful. But I'll pull a card or two. Sorry. I didn't know which way this was gonna wind up going. But know your worth. Know that you are somebody. It's important. Couldn't have said it any better. Self-love. This is what I'm saying. It says you will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself. That which makes you indefinitely unique and beautiful. There is deep wells of untapped inner power and letting go of negative self-talk. I shuffled them. I showed y'all. This is confirmation for me. Because I'm at a crossroads in my spiritual journey too. And maybe some of you are. You know, I grew up religious, but I'm tapped into the spiritual. No. I feel things, I see things, I know things. And I can't help it. And when I say something's gonna happen, it usually does. So this is my little, you know, see, and after you find that self-love, there's your new beginning. It's a Scorpion, and you might be a Scorpio, so this might actually be for you. You are invited to investigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial birth. Oh, somebody else wants to say hi. Well, come on. Say hello, Midnight. So, every time I touch my cards, she comes out. And maybe there's something significant about a cat. You know, cats are independent creatures. You know, these are our spiritual protectors in the spiritual realm. At night when we're asleep, they take away all that negativity. And this is my Midnight. This is my girl. Her and her brother are 10-year-old rescues. My daughter found them under a wheel on a rainy night at a McDonald's. And she handed me my Midnight. And we've been hooked ever since. This is my girl, my baby. I love her so much. Yes, I do. But maybe there's something about the cat. Cats represent independence. Some of us might be doing a lot of alone time, finding solitude, finding ourselves. You know, because we get pushed into that betrayal and that, you know, when you're alone. I've learned the art of being quiet. There's power in silence. When you can sit back and really, really be quiet and be still. There's something about that. It's very healing. I'm finding the older I get, the more I want to get away from people. But I can't because I'm a humanitarian. I'm an Aquarian. You know, Aquarius baby, January 22nd, Gen X 1969. You know? Us Gen Xers are seeing the world in a different light. You know, all my Gen X friends that I follow or follow me, you guys see things differently. Because we're seeing that the kids that are coming up now are the kids that are going to be taking care of us. So we need to get our shit together and they need to get their shit together. Because I think what happened is we come from a generation that your parents or your grandparents or your neighbor next door or your preacher could spank us. You know, no problem if we stepped out of line. A lot of us grew up to the don't talk, don't speak unless spoken to. You know that one, right? So what did we do? We wound up, some of us got really, we didn't want our kids to go through what we did, so we got a little lackadaisical and let them run rampant. And now we're paying the price. And the other one of us who have instilled emotion and responsibility and respect into our children. But you know, you can do that and your child, like mine, still have their own cross to carry. You know what I mean? She's, God, I miss that girl so fucking much. God, I miss my baby. But she's got a lesson that she needs to learn. So here I am, by myself, trying to make it in this crazy world. You know, there's a lot of us that are alone. Some of us choose to be alone. But I'm not going to settle this time. All that narcissistic bullshit that I went through all my life. 3 of my 4 relationships have been. So that's why I said I've changed. I know my worth now. And it started with self-love. That's where it started. So, I'll pull one more and I'll end it. But I just felt like I needed to come talk to y'all. Again, my name's Mindy. I'm a 56-year-old single mom trying to make it in this crazy world we live in. And I thank you for listening to me, taking time out of your day to sit and listen to me. And that means a lot. You don't know how much that really means to me. And I so appreciate you, more than you'll ever know. So the last one, the raccoon, letting go. What I talked about in the very beginning. This message has to do with those things to which you cling, be it a thought form, habit, creed, or situation. The time has come from letting go. Something is halting your progress and you're spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will follow. So remember, you're learning to let go, self-love, and new beginning. Alright, y'all. Love you. And until we talk again, remember, don't let anybody take your sparkle. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.